Hi, in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at Emacs install selected packages. Now when you install a package on Emacs, it automatically adds that package name to a variable called packages selected packages. And what happens is you're basically supposed to be able to copy your .emacs file to another computer and then run package install selected packages, and it will install all the packages in your config file. The issue was it was never working for me and I just couldn't figure out what the problem was. And as I said, this block of code is basically added by Emacs automatically, and it's added at the end of your config file. Now the issue is you basically have to move this block of code that's added by Emacs to above require package. What I'm going to do now is actually open up Emacs and show you how this works. So I'll open up Emacs. And what you'll see here is it's saying contacting, and it's going to say contacting Melper in a second. And then it's going to prompt me to install a bunch of packages. Okay, yes. I want to install the packages. So basically now what it's doing is it's going through this list here of all these packages that I've installed using, emacs install, package install, or, done it by hand. It's going to go through all those packages and basically install them, so you can sort of bootstrap Emacs by basically copying your config file to another machine, opening up Emacs, running package install selected packages, and it will install everything. You can see here I've got one file that's missing, and that's because this is a file that I installed manually that I would basically manage with my dot file, so we can ignore this error here. But if I can figure out the flipping key binding, okay, close that. If I now have a look in the Emacs directory, so ls/al.emacs.d helper, you'll see we've now got all the packages installed. So that's how you can basically get Emacs to install all the packages in your configuration file on a new machine. And I'll go through this again just to show you. I'll quit Emacs. I'll remove the emacs.d file. I'll run Emacs again. Comes up. It'll prompt you to install all the packages, and that's it. It's going to install everything, and basically the fix is if you have this block of code that Emacs adds automatically, custom set variables, package selected packages like this, you just need to move that right to the top of your config file above require package, add to list melper and lp, and then you have package initialize. Actually, I had this section here as well, and this package archive contents, package refresh contents, package install selected packages. I'm not sure if that's needed, so what I'm going to just do is actually remove that block of code and see if it still works. So let's go through that just one more time just to see if this actually works without that block of code there. So I'm just going to cut that out and save that and see if it works without that block of code. Okay, see, so without that block of code, what it's doing is it's giving me an error. See, it's not prompting me for the to install the packages, so that block of code is needed. So if I undo that, save it, okay, and then rerun it, rerun Emacs. Now see that it's going to prompt me for the to install everything. So that's two things. One, you need to move the package selected packages above require packages. Then you have add to list, melper, lp, that sort of thing. Package initialize. And then we have this block of code down here. and this package archive contents, package refresh contents, package install selected packages. And I actually found that on the Emacs sort of wiki, but I couldn't find anything that actually mentioned why this wasn't working. So basically, I just hacked around with it, thinking, well, maybe if I move that above require packages, it will work. And it does in combination with this block of code here. So that's all you need to do. Make sure that this variable added by Emacs is above require package, and then have this little block of code underneath package-initialize. And basically what that does is that's saying, and this package archive contents, refresh the contents, so it's basically going to refresh everything, and then install selected packages. So obviously this has to come after this block of code, but basically what this means is that you can have your Emacs file, just copy it to another computer, run package install selected packages, and it's going to basically set up everything just the way you had it on your original machine. And it's much more convenient than sort of having to go through and manually install everything by hand and try and keep things in sync. So that's something that's been bothering me for quite a while, and I couldn't figure out what the issue was. I couldn't find any sort of documentation about, what the fix was. I thought maybe you had to add some Lisp code, and you've got to add this little block of code here. But basically doing this will allow you to bootstrap Emacs and be able to have it set up on your second machine, just by copying the .emacs file across, installing selected packages, and you're good to go. And there's a quick Christmas tip, and it's something that's been bothering me for a while, and I finally figured out how to fix it. So that's the fix, and if that's something that's been bothering you, hopefully that's helped you out.